So, the video that you're about to watch may cause an extreme uncomfortable awakening. So, I'll let you in on a little secret. Everything that you've been told about wealth is actually a lie. You haven't just been paying too much in taxes, you've been playing the wrong game entirely because the system isn't broken. It was actually built to break you. So, if you believe that the IRS protects you, that if you think your LLCs and your C Corps are the real protection, if you believe that compliance equals freedom, then this video will actually shatter that entire illusion. And if you're brave enough to keep watching, then this video is going to expose the truth that they've tried so desperately hard to hide from you. You'll learn the truth the so called elite have kept hidden for generations. And once you know it, you'll never be able to unsee it. And I can guarantee you that it's not what you think. Now, let me be very, very clear about something, okay? I want to be very, very clear about this up front. This is not a get rich video, right? So I'm not teaching a strategy for you to learn how to make money. If you're not already earning six, multiple six, seven figures or more per year, then this probably isn't for you because this is not about how to make money. It's about how to finally keep money. And so I'm about to make you a little uncomfortable. Actually, I'm about to make you a lot uncomfortable because by the end of this short video, you'll realize that you've probably wasted enough money to buy that dream house or that exotic car or to create something amazing to help humanity. And I'm going to show you something that the world's so called elites and ultra rich have known forever, and they've used quietly for generations. Something that your CPA probably doesn't understand, your attorney just won't talk about it with you, and your financial advisor can't offer to you because it would render them obsolete. I'm talking about a way to finally opt out of the system legally, ethically, and permanently from the public system that actually bleeds you dry. And I'm going to do it in under 10 minutes. So, like I said before, the system isn't broken. It's functioning exactly how it was designed. And it was never built to protect people like you or me. So, let's be very, very clear about this now. You're smart, right? You're successful. You figured out how to make good money and maybe even great money. But here's the problem: making money and keeping money are two totally different games. See, they taught you how to make money, but they never taught you how to keep it because they can't get richer off of you unless you play your part. And right now, you're actually playing the wrong one. How do I know this? Because if you're still paying taxes, you're still losing thousands in capital gains, and you're still trapped inside public business structures like LLCs and S Corps without a way out, well, my friend, you're leaving a lot of money on the table and power. So actually, you're throwing it out the window. Just think about it. Every April 15th, you're gritting your teeth and you're signing checks with more zeros than you'd ever like to admit out loud. Every paycheck, they're snatching their silent partnership fee before the ink on the paper dries. It's quite painful, right? It's frustrating. But you keep doing it week after week, month after month, and year after year. Why? Because someone convinced you that this is normal, that this is the way things are, and this is the way they have to be. Or that is just part of being successful, right? But here's the brutal and honest truth: that's a lie that you've been told your whole life because it's not normal. And I'm about to reveal to you what the so called powerful don't want you to know. See, there's another system that they use, a parallel financial structure, and it doesn't live in Delaware or Wyoming. It doesn't use LLCs or S Corps. It doesn't need loopholes or write offs. It exists outside of the public jurisdiction entirely. It's not illegal. It's not a loophole. It's nothing offshore, anything like that. It's private, it's sovereign, and it's ironclad, like bulletproof. And no, these aren't fringe conspiracy theory ideas. They're actually the standard playbook of entities like the Vatican, the United Nations, the World Economic Forum. These entities don't file 1099s. They don't get audited. They don't ask for permission to protect their wealth. They collect donations in the millions and billions. They operate under treaty, under trust, under jurisdictional immunity. And the game that you're playing isn't the game that they play. And the tax code, they don't care about it. It doesn't apply to them. And it's been used by the most wealthy people and institutions on earth for generations. And unlike you, they're not being watched. See, when you make 6 or 7 figures in the public system, you're not rewarded. You're actually flagged, right? You're tracked. You become a threat to their system the moment you no longer depend on it. That's why your income gets taxed more or harder. That's why your business gets regulated more. That's why your legacy gets picked apart before your family even sees any of it. Because you're no longer just earning. At this part, you're starting to build control. And in the public domain, control is a crime. So, right now, your current financial and tax strategy is like a leaky bucket that's filled with holes. So, picture this: you work relentlessly to fill it up, pouring in your hard earned dollars day after day. But no matter how fast you fill it, it's dripping out just as quickly. So here's the worst part of that. Every attempt you make to patch up these leaks, every accountant you hire, every loophole you chase, every tax saving tip you find online, it only slows the drip temporarily. They never stop, and they leave you vulnerable. The leaks keep coming back, leaving you stuck in an endless cycle of frustration and loss. Well, let me ask you this: how much money have you already lost this year alone? What about the last 5 years or 10? And it's sickening to think about, right? I know. But how much of your family's future have you willingly handed over to the IRS? How much of your autonomy have you given up by asking for permission to operate your business? Well, here's the real kicker: how much longer are you going to let this happen? What if I told you that there is a legal, proven way, a bulletproof way that makes taxes and all the taxes that you pay every single year completely disappear, like they're optional? And you heard me right. I said optional, meaning you have a choice. No sketchy offshore accounts, no complex loopholes, just the smartest, simplest, most powerful, proven strategy that the ultra rich and wealthy have quietly used for decades and centuries. And today, you're finally going to discover what they've always known. I want to introduce to you the last tax strategy that you'll ever need. It's the last financial strategy that you'll ever need. It's the last business strategy that you'll ever need. And this is not another tax trick that you heard from your CPA who just learned accounting in the 80s. No, this is the strategy. This is the world's financial system. And I call it the private wealth code. That makes your taxes go away. It makes your money invisible. It makes your wealth untouchable. It makes you invisible to the system. Imagine waking up in a reality where every single dollar you make, you get to keep. Not 60%, 70%, or 80%. Every single dollar. Imagine a life where your success isn't punished, where you don't owe explanations to the IRS, where your wealth actually multiplies effortlessly because you're keeping 100% of it. I know it might sound too good to be true. That's good. Skepticism means that you're actually paying attention. But I need you to listen very close because this is not theory. This is fact. And while you're busy writing massive checks to Uncle Sam or letting him pick your pockets every paycheck, countless amounts of people have quietly kept tens, hundreds, thousands, and even millions more of their own dollars. They've actually exited the system where there's no responsibility on them for anything that's taken place. They have 100% immunity. They are untouchable. They're buying up properties outright. They're funding their dream vacations. They're claiming that they're doing philanthropy, and they've got all these projects all around the world. They're putting to their kids through college debt free, and they're building exponentially generational wealth without losing sleep over taxes, over lawsuits, over government interference. They can pretty much do whatever they want. And I know you're still skeptical, and that's perfect because right now I'm about to offer you an undeniable proof. Yes, less than what you'll probably spend on coffee today alone. You'll get exclusive access to the Private Wealth Code Masterclass. And in less than 10 days, you'll know exactly how to stop leaking your wealth and how to protect yourself and operate like the so called elites of the world. You'll learn precisely how to legally and ethically exit the public tax trap permanently. That means forever and for good. But let's make something crystal clear. Choosing not to access this masterclass is the most expensive decision that you'll make this year and possibly in your lifetime. Every single day you're not using the private wealth code, you're literally handing away your family's legacy. Every minute you delay is costing you money, a lot of money. And if you're okay with that, then close this video and continue throwing away your money. Just click away from this page. You can be done. But if you're finally ready to stop being robbed, like legally robbed, if you're finally ready to enter into a world system where your money is protected, where you are protected, and you can pretty much have control over everything that you're doing, then you need to click the button below right now. Because when you finally see how easy that this is, the only regret that you'll have is that you didn't know about this sooner. This isn't just about taxes, by the way. It's about power. It's so much more. Because when you make the shift into the private domain, you get to stop asking for permission. Your income, it flows privately. Your assets become invisible. Your wealth multiplies without penalty. And when someone comes looking for it, there's nothing for them to take. There's no taxes. There's nothing for them to have. It's all hidden and protected. So you're no longer inside their system. You become financially sovereign. So here's your moment of truth. Do you continue playing in their game where the more you win, the more they take? Or do you finally choose freedom, control, and the wealth that you rightfully earned? The clock is ticking. So click below now. I want you to join the masterclass, and I'll see you on the inside where wealth is not just earned, it's kept, right? So last chance. Stop throwing away your money. Click below now, and I'll see you on the inside.